Today we are going to show you how to transform a standard carpet grade staircase into a beautiful hardwood staircase using the StairTech retread system. To get started, first remove all the carpet, padding, and tackler strips from the staircase. Make sure you remove all and any staples. Now we measure the distance the nosing overhangs so we know the exact size of our shims. In this example, our overhang is 1 1/8 inches. Simply subtract the thickness of our riser from the 1 1/8 inches, and that is the thickness of our shim. In this example, our shims will be 3/8 of an inch thick. After cutting the shims to length, secure one shim to the underside of the existing nosing and a second shim to the base of the existing riser. Now we are ready to measure for our new riser. To ensure a perfect fit, we recommend that you use the StairTech Tread Template tool. This tool is available at your local StairTech distributor. Before we start using the tool, clearly mark the back or the top of the template tool so we don't get turned around when transferring our measurements. Using the tool is very easy. Make sure your mark is pointing up and simply expand the metal wings until they are perfectly snug against the existing stringer. Once snug, tighten the wing nuts to secure our measurement. Now we've made an exact template of our riser. Before heading to the saw, we need to measure the height of our new riser, which will tuck up underneath the existing tread nose. Using a table saw, rip the riser to the proper height. Now we are ready to transfer the measurement with our template tool. Place the template on top of the new riser, making sure our reference mark is pointing up. Now we simply mark a cut line on the right and left side of the riser with our pencil. Using a miter saw, we now trim the riser to our line. But before cutting, rotate the blade on your miter saw a few degrees so your saw will cut at a slight bevel. This will help us when installing the riser. Precisely cut the riser with the bevel angling towards the center of the riser. Repeat this on both ends. Now we are ready to install our riser. Using a urethane-based construction adhesive, never use a water-based adhesive. Apply a generous bead along the top and bottom of our new riser. After making sure our reference mark is on top, install the riser one side at a time, firmly pressing it against the shims. To ensure our new riser doesn't move, install a few brad nails at the top and bottom to hold it in place while the adhesive dries. Now we are ready to install our tread. Once again, using the template tool, expand the wings until they are snug with the stringer. Make sure your reference mark is pointing towards the back of the tread. Snug the wings against the stringer and tighten the wing nuts. Then remove the tool. Once again, before heading to the saw, measure the depth of the tread. We will rip our tread about 1/4 inch short so our tread has room to move during humidity changes for expansion and contraction. Using a table saw, rip the tread to the proper depth. Remember, we're cutting the tread about 1/4 inch short for expansion room. Like the riser, place the template tool on the tread, making sure our reference mark is pointing back. With the metal wings aligned with the back of the tread, score both the right and left sides of the tread with your sharp utility knife. Using a miter saw, now trim the treads to our line. Make sure your saw is set back to 90 degrees. We do not want to bevel cut our treads like we did our risers. Now we are ready to install the tread. Using a urethane construction adhesive, apply a generous series of beads on the back of the tread and a bead in the corner of the front molding. This ensures a proper bond and fills the void created by the radius on the existing tread. Flip the tread over and install one side at a time. Firmly pressing the tread into the glue. The gap at the back of the tread that we made for expansion will be covered by the next riser. Notice using our tread template tool that our fits are very tight. Now install a few brads in the back side of the tread just to ensure that it doesn't move while the adhesive dries. These nail holes will be covered by the next riser. Congratulations, you have now successfully covered a riser and a tread. Just continue up the staircase repeating this method and you will transform your standard carpet staircase into a grand hardwood staircase.